Okay, Crappy, take us away. Let's go to the next game. Crappy, you're supposed to take us. Come on, take us over. There you go. What the crap is wrong with you? Crappy not even doing his job. Seriously, he's fine. Wait, Crappy's not... Where the crap is he? He ran away. Crappy is not doing his job, and so we need somebody else to come in who is a little bit more responsible. Hey, we've got Mega Man music. Let's just have Xandra instead. Hey, Xandra, come chat. Oh, Xandra, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Fantastic. Right. Yeah, Gemini Man started music right now. Started playing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gemini Man music is an acquired taste, just like his level.
I feel like it's interesting enough that it keeps, like, it's not the best music in the Mega Man world, but I feel like it is still very intriguing and at least compelling.
Yeah.
And it's very appropriate for the level.
Yep, it's got a lot of, like, personality.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of personality, I think that the game that you're giving out today has some personality?
Yes, I'm so glad. So, have you ever played Mega Man 5 for Game Boy?
No.
Okay, because the Game Boy Mega Man's always kind of like, I'm not sure how, I'm not sure how you say it in English. They were, like, between the other ones. So, like, Mega Man 1 had Mega Man 1 and 2 bosses. Mega Man 2 for Game Boy had Mega Man 2 and 3 bosses, like, half.
Oh, they were, they were the pre-sequels.
Exactly, they were, like, in a strange, like, situation. And when Mega Man 5 came around, like, something else happened, and it, like, one specific robot master from Mega Man 5, Starman, just would not take it lying down. So that's what this game is about today.
He's a Starman.
Yeah, we have bad box art Starman. I love this box art so much.
He's so pretty.
It's so good.
Aw.
So good.
So
so this is Starman upgraded, specifically. The upgraded version, because I'm not a monster.
Yeah,
this is a 5-point match.
This is an NES port of... It was a fan game, right?
Yes, this was the original one. This was made by Leica, who is the creator of one of the earlier Mega Man fan game engines out there. Made a bunch of, like, good stuff, but also made some stuff before then. And this is one of those games that comes from before that time. This is specifically the upgraded version of the original. But we won't be playing the original. We're playing the better. Imagine, while you're watching this game, imagine this is the best. This is the better version.
Oh my gosh, my playlist wants us to hear all of the Mega Man music. This is weird.
Yeah, let's go.
And then again, when I opened it today, it started playing Metal Man, like, immediately. I'm like, Metal Man's okay, but I don't know. At least it wasn't Quick Man.
No, there's a great, someone made, like, a series of, like, original songs based on the Mega Man 2 Robot Master, like, stage music, and Metal Man gets a big, like, romantic music video where he's just, like, a lonely heart, just looking for the right person, but it never works out.
Oh, I understand, Metal Man.
Really yeah, you're made of metal. You're made entirely of metal. No one understands you. No, like, you need to find someone that will make your heart run hot, and that's specifically, like, right way, and not just make you shut down.
Honestly, I don't want to love... It's like Tin Man didn't have a heart, but Metal Man does, I guess.
Yeah, it's just his heart runs too hot.
Can your heart run... I mean, yeah, if that happens, you get a fever, I suppose.
I guess so. I mean, you're a robot, so when you're a robot, it's different. I'm not sure how different, because I'm not a robot, but...
Okay, thank goodness. Yeah. I was a little bit worried about the robots coming and taking over,
yeah. But... No. That said, though, Starman is also a robot whose temper runs hot. And also Dragon is doing audio, and this game has a great intro, so...
Well, I'm almost ready to go over there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the audio up, Mr. Dragon.
Yeah, folks in chat pointing out, yes, there is a Xandra bot, not me. That's my
Actually,
robot
yeah, is
modder.
this on NES or is it on Game Boy?
It's on PC. This is a Game Maker game.
Okay, fine. It's PC. I'll change that.
Yeah. All right, I'll ask Dragon to start.
Yes, I would love that. Dragon, I need to see the intro.
All right. Enjoy these 4 different stages of the intro.
Okay, I'm ready.
Message has. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go.
Tradition and consistency, I agree. Uh-oh, I can't see the game.
Oh, it's fine. Just usually give it some time.
Okay.
No, it's truly hecked up. Whoops.
No, it's fine. Yeah, we'll get it, everybody. We'll get it. It's gonna be fine.
We'll get it.
It's gonna be fine. Also, considering that this is a fan-made game, I may have to do some weird recapturing in the middle because that's just how life goes.
That's just how life goes. Yeah, it's a Game Maker game. The aspect ratio should be NES-like. Should be.
Huh? This is good music, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, Dragon, where's the game? Dragon. Okay,
Oh no,
it looks
Dragon
like
needs to reset OB. Okay.
yeah. Welcome.
right.
We're suffering through technical difficulties. It's okay. We'll go ahead and just let Crappy take us back over here for a second while Dragon does that. Oh, it looks like we're there. Oh, we got it.
Oh.
Okay.
We're
We've
good.
got it. Okay.
All right, so Mega Man. Remember back when Mega Man just beat the crap out of Starman? There we go.
Yeah. Die, Starman. Wily
Easy.
laughing.
Because you
Was
usually
Wily
start.
happy about Mega Man wrecking him?
Yep.
What a
He's
jerk.
like, that's just kind of how it goes.
Dr. Wily. My name's
Starman
Dr.
is like-
Wily.
Starman is just angry. Like, listen, why am I always the first one to eat it in Mega Man 5? Or I deserve a better chance. I know I can do better.
It's life. Mega Man 5 coming to Game Boy. Oh, and he's super excited. He's like, yeah. Now I get to kill Mega Man.
Yeah, that's some really good art in this one.
He's so happy. Oh, I love you, Starman.
Yeah, he's gonna get his revenge.
Oh,
So
wait,
happy.
what's this? Uh-oh.
Oh, you might have propped the game a little bit too close for a bunch of people.
I'll.
The whole black box is the game.
Are you serious? In
The
that case,
intro has some letterboxing. I'll narrate the intro while
By
people
some
while you're
letter-
doing
it's all good. Go ahead.
it. Oh, the robot masters say something different every time you restart the game. Sometimes you just say boo.
Oh, that's awesome. I love things like that.
Yeah, this is not a Mega Man hack. This is a Mega Man fan game. But yeah, 10 years later, 10 years after that, finally, 10 years, 20 years,
Finally.
Starman's like, hey, please give me a chance. I can do it. I can be better than Mega Man. I can be better than all the space robots. And that's what this game is. Like, Starman proving once and for all that he can beat those Star Droids. He should have been in that game, not them.
I mean, sure. Okay, give me just a minute or two, and I will get everything cropped and looking fantastic. You're right that I was too
I'm sorry
ambitious.
about that. I didn't realize.
It's
I
okay.
didn't realize that the intro specifically gives a tiny letterbox version, because that's what you do in intro. You to tell the player, hey, you can't move right now. We just add these little bars to the top and bottom, like you're watching a movie.
That's not the best way to do it. I mean, there are multiple ways to do it, but I guess. Okay, I think that we're just about ready. Let me go ahead and move it on over. This is what it should look like. Okay, So bottom right is the first boss they're going to be facing, right?
Yep. Oh, I made a little. I made an image. I literally have a little graphic for that.
Oh, perfect. I can definitely save that image. Okay.
Yep. I'll give it to you. Because nothing beats a picture. When in doubt, just give a picture. It's like 1,000 words and all that.
It's true. Is go from press start or from the boss select?
We can do go from like the boss select. That's fine. We get to hear the cool boss select music just repeating in ways it was not meant to repeat. Yeah, we've never seen these robots in color in a video game, so this is great. We may have seen them in color before, but not these colors. Maybe these colors. Not as good looking as this though. Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing the countdown. Woo. Everybody, get all of your best Starman emotes, okay? And spam them. Anything related to stars, or man, or starmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is going to be a hot match. As soon as I see movement in the first stage, I will start our timer. Of course.
Yeah.
There we go. We have Dragon jumping in, and I feel like we should let people know there is going to be flashing on occasion. Ah, Pluto.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's Pluto. You'll always be a planet in my heart, Pluto.
I think you'll be a dog in my heart. You'll be in my heart. Yeah. Pluto's in my heart.
Yep, that's
yep.
Good start.
Well,
yep, that's how it works. So
that's
the
game. Oh no. There's a lot of death already.
Yeah. So I should point out, there are no continues.
What?
So this is what you get. This is what you get. Good luck.
There are no how can you have
Nope.
What?
Yep.
That's not okay. That's less than okay.
So, and you'll notice that you get everything Starman gets in this game, which is to say, if you press the shoot button on the ground, you create a shield, and then if you press it again in the air, you shoot the shield out in any direction.
Okay, I like that. Like, I actually really love that idea. Go ahead and just make him like he is.
Yep.
But
of course,
but you can't kill everything. Oh no.
No, so the shield doesn't actually shield. Like it goes away if it gets hit by anything, and it doesn't damage enemies unless you shoot it. So if there's an enemy that's too close to you, you have to back up and summon your shield. Otherwise, you can't summon your shield because it automatically collides with the enemy and then goes away without hurting.
Gotcha. Let me go ahead and pull up the boss order for everybody here, because we are starting at the bottom right with Pluto Man, I guess.
And just then Pluto. Mega Man 5 doesn't
Pluto.
have mans. Yep,
what?
Pluto.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, they're named by the planets.
So what are the four bosses that we have? There's Pluto?
Yep, we have Pluto. Then on the second one is Saturn.
Okay.
And then you have Mercury. And you finish with Jupiter. Those are the four we get to fight in this game.
Okay, Saturn, Mercury, Jupiter. Not even including Uranus. Whatever.
Nope, they are in Mega Man 5 for Game Boy, but not in this one. This one is like, all right, just can you just be these four? Just be these four. That's enough.
Okay, wait, Mega Man 5 actually has all of the planets?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, Mega Man 5 starts with Terra, the Star Droid, coming to Earth and just beating up Mega Man. And then Mega Man gets outfitted with, like, an upgrade to become better. And then,
Okay, that's like way different from normal Mega Man.
Yeah, Mega Man 5 for, like, Game Boy took a bunch of risks. It went places.
Yeah, by the way, everybody who's watching this, the players have very limited information about what they're supposed to do in order to fight and get through this game. Did you tell them the controls for how to use weapons or...
See, I gave them the manual. They have everything they need. They can refer to it if they want to. The manual is like very specific. It lists all the use cases.
Okay.
Of using. It also lists something interesting. That is, you don't get like Starman isn't Mega Man. You'll hear this a lot. You don't get the things Mega Man does, which means you don't get to just steal a Robot Master's weapon when you defeat them. To get an upgrade, you have to find it in their stage. Each Robot Master stage has a hidden upgrade crystal.
Okay.
And if you find it and defeat the Robot Master, then you will get an upgraded version of your main weapon.
Interesting.
And upgrades stack. So if you find all 4 crystals, then you'll have all the upgrades by the end of the game.
Yeah, so I do see Starman's only method of attack remains launching his shield at his opponents. In order to do this, you must create the shield while on the ground and shoot it in any direction once in the air. Please note that if an enemy touches the shield before you have landed, the shield will disappear. The shield can also be used for defense against enemy bullets, which honestly is somewhat practical. Okay, the Whitley is using the attack very well. Interesting floaty physics in this area here.
Oh, yeah. Some of the Star Droid stages have low gravity when you're outside for some reason that makes absolutely no sense, but is internally consistent.
Mike is having a bit of a hard time with the timing with this specific shield enemy. Looks like it's annoying.
It is the worst because you have to shoot it. So you have to set up your shield and throw it at the time, like on the few frames where that turret's going to be open. And if you're too close to do it, then your shield will catch the shot before it gets launched. And you don't get to actually shoot it. It's... Welcome to this game.
Yeah. I love that this is like, hey, guess what? You don't get as many points for the game if you obtain the crystal that upgrades your shield. It's like, that's fine. I don't care about that.
No, this is not actually a point scoring game today. Sorry to buck the trend.
We actually have a normal make as much progress as you can in an hour match today. Which I've really been digging the point attack games today. It's less common. But I just love when games like this have a score in it because who cares? Nobody cares.
Yeah. Nobody cares. Just points.
But yeah, I really am curious if we're going to see some of the abilities that happen with the upgrades.
Yeah, I want to point out also, Starman is larger and has a wider stance than Mega Man.
Okay.
But doesn't have the same, like... Starman can't go out on a limb as much as Mega Man can. Which means you will fall off of ledges before you think you would in a typical Mega Man game. So if you're used to Mega Man, that may make, like that, if you see players constantly like just running off of ledges and falling down, that's probably why. Because the game has no coyote time, but also isn't super nice about it. That's
a fan game for you. You never know.
You never know.
Dragon, are you going to get the... Yeah, getting that life was probably the right move.
Yeah. Yep. This game... So there are no continues, my friend. You have to, like... You have to make every life count. That said, the game isn't that long. So, it's... Once you, like, learn the way of the land, then you can get back up to where you were pretty fast. Because a lot of this, like, the difficulty is in discovering stuff.
Yeah. By the way, this game is specifically Starman upgraded, not the original release, because apparently the original the screen was small. I'll go ahead and add upgraded in the title.
Yeah. It's upgraded. If you want, I can show you, I'll show you.
Send me a screenshot. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Okay, so this is it. This is the screen size.
Okay. Give me about 5 seconds, and I will have that up on. I keep almost saying scream. Up on scream. Up on stream.
Yeah, scream.
Okay.
You're a screamer.
I'm a screamer.
Yeah, you put stuff on the screen.
Yeah, you know it. There we go. This is how big it is. Normally.
Yep. Normal. Yeah. So, yeah, it's I love it when in a platformer I am asked to jump to a platform I do not know is there. Oh.
Yeah, it does make sense that they were going more for the original Game Boy Scream size. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, with Starman upgraded, it looks like we have some diagonal scrolling that's doable, and that's basically never the case in a Mega Man game.
Not really. I think it's the case in some Game Boy games, perhaps. It depends on which one.
The Mega Man X games, for sure, yeah. I do think that Dragon thinks there may be something special down left. Is this a good thought?
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's where the
good,
crystal
good.
is. Yep.
Yeah.
So that gives you nothing right now, but once you beat Pluto, having collected the crystal will give you an upgrade. What do you think? What do you think is the upgrade?
I don't know. Like, what special ability does the planet Pluto have? It's small. Maybe it makes you smaller.
No, what it does is it makes your shield faster when you throw it.
That's actually kind of good.
Yep. That said, it makes it maybe like 15% faster. It is imperceptibly faster, but it's still faster. So, you know.
Is it worth it, do you think?
Like, it's better than not having it for sure, because once Starman throws his shield, he is stuck in place. He can't do anything until the shield hits something.
I love it.
So, yeah, it's great. It's perfect. So,
like super
the faster shield
time.
is useful. Yep. No!
Oh,
what a
so
heartbreaker!
close!
So
I
close.
think that Dragon was used to the floaty jumps.
Yeah. Thankfully, once you grab the crystal, you have it for the rest of that playthrough.
One thing about this, by the way, that I want to point out, fan games often look good because they're using a lot of the graphics from the original game, but because this is a PC game, controls and physics are going to be slightly different than original Mega Man, and because of that, you know, it's very easy to be deceived. If you've played a lot of Mega Man, things are going to be just different enough that you can be thrown off by something that, you know, somebody who hasn't played Mega Man before might be able to adjust to a little bit faster.
Yep, the fact that like this game is just so it's already like it's a little bit weird, but it's very uncanny if you're extremely used to Mega Man. So like you'll have to fight your own muscle memory. Gosh, I hate this turret so much.
At the same time, I still think that a general knowledge of Mega Man usually helps with Mega Man fan games.
That's true.
And that is going to become probably more important over time than like the little corrections they have to do in order to adjust to how different it is from a Mega Man game. That might not be true for every single one out there, but I'd say for this, at least so far, it probably would. Like, playing Mega Man versus not playing Mega Man, it's better to have played Mega Man.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, astute players will notice that E-tanks and lives respawn, so you can always just pick them back up again. You can easily like get up to the maximum of 4 E-tanks fairly easily. If you don't mind losing some lives, but you have to be careful with the lives. If there's a screen with an 1-up and an E-tank, then you can max out your E-tanks.
Oh yeah, that would be extremely handy. The big thing, though, that I would be paying attention to is if extra lives drop from enemies. I haven't seen any yet.
I haven't seen them, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
Yeah.
It might have happened in my playthrough.
Honestly, because of that, you should be thinking about how do I make progress over the long term, because there are no continues, and you said there are no passwords as well, right?
Nope, literally just see this, continues and passwords, that's Mega Man stuff. He's the one who gets that. Starman doesn't have that.
That's great.
Yep.
So yeah,
like,
be
you
thinking,
only get what Starman gets.
how do you extend your play of the game? Oh my gosh, Rhythm Bastard just trying to get through this enemy and is like, whatever, I'll go ahead and use my E-Tank and then accidentally shoot downright again, because that's just how this game is.
Yeah. Oh, someone said, okay, yeah, saw an enemy drop a life. Yep, it happens. Okay, good.
Okay, good. If that were the case, I might, especially if I had, like, only one extra life left, I would probably grind out extra lives for a while just to make sure that I'm safe.
Yep.
Yep. Honestly, you want to think a little bit less on the short term, how do I make progress through this area quickly, and more long term, how do I ensure that if I beat 2 levels, I don't instantly game over on the 3rd level.
Yeah, because this is, whoever gets furthest. So if they... Oh, hey!
We have Starman in chat! Oh, hi, Starman!
We have Starman in chat! Hey!
Wow.
It's you!
Question. How do you feel about Pluto?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna go kill him soon.
Yeah.
It looks like Dragon... question, once you pick up the crystal once, if you die, do you have to get the crystal again, or is it considered picked up?
I believe it's picked up. If you pause, it shows up.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure you only need to pick it up once.
Good.
Yep. The game's at least nice in that. It's also very nice in that the E-Tanks and lives respawn also. But yeah, the crystal is, no, you just need to pick it up once. Thankfully, none of them are ever in a spot where you can't get back once you get it. So it's always, you can always just like pick it up and then return. All right, I believe in you. Yes!
Oh, yeah!
Oh, that's rough! That's rude! That's super rude, but okay, I'm glad that...
What was rude? The drop at the ceiling dropping after?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit rude. I agree.
Yeah. Alright.
But yeah,
I love that this stage has a bunch of stuff you can't get. Oh, we're gonna see the boss. We're gonna see the boss. Dragon made it to
Pluto! Honestly, I feel...
Ow!
like, ow! Come on, make some doggy noises. Nope. Okay.
Whoops. Yeah. So as a friend of the channel, Kyron would say, "Nice pattern, loser." Every boss has a very predictable pattern. It is a matter of learning that pattern and learning how to damage the boss.
Yeah. Okay, I love the design for Pluto.
Pluto's so good.
Is the boss's pattern the same as in the Game Boy Mega Man 5?
Largely, yes. They're fairly identical.
That's pretty cool, actually. Like, not necessarily cool, as in they just use the same pattern, but I'd say that, like, having knowledge of Mega Man 5 gonna be a little bit of a benefit, but then again, who has played Mega Man 5 on Game Boy?
I mean, yeah, who would ever own, like, the Game Boy games? I just think they're good.
You're allowed to think that they're good. That is fine. Oh,
Thank you.
The annoying thing...
Appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. The annoying thing about this, though, now that I'm thinking about sort of the meta strat of making sure you have enough lives to make a decent amount of progress, because the boss is, as far as I can tell, he doesn't have a weakness. You've got one weapon.
No boss has weaknesses.
Yeah. And because of that, this is going to be very annoying. If you make it to, like, the second or third boss, you can't go back and grind lives.
You cannot, no.
So yeah, if you're making it into a boss room, you gotta make sure you have at least enough lives that you feel comfortable losing a few. Oh my gosh. I don't even know anymore. I don't...
It's like definitely one of those things where, like, you just gotta, like... once you learn how to do something and get it down, you'll be able to get there faster, which is, I think, an important skill to learn.
Oh, yeah.
And to have in Kusog7ande. Sometimes, like, you know, it's make that one good push. So sometimes you just want to, like, you know, learn. Make sure you learn instead of just, like, face tank through a thing. I say that as the face tanker myself.
I think that taking time... in this game is probably a good idea. You don't have a timer, so you don't have to worry about the game just killing you willy-nilly because you waited too long. You know, you can technically get a lot of extra lives. I don't know if there's a limit, but honestly, that's probably not a huge deal. What you may want to do, especially if you can grind some of the E-tanks, get the max number of E-tanks, go into a boss, fight the boss 2 or 3 times to figure out the pattern, and then, bam, get into the boss, use E-tanks in one single attempt.
Yes.
And if you are able to do that, then you may be able to beat the boss. But yeah, you gotta study it first.
Exactly. Always save your E-tanks for like the good attempt. Absolutely.
Yep. And you can also see, oh crap, did I accidentally take too much damage too early? And if so, that might just be lose the life, keep your E-tank, save it for the next attempt.
E-tank management super important in Mega Man.
Yeah, I don't know. It still is important for like basic Mega Man, but I know that I have been one of those people who just too often saved all of my E-tanks and never used them.
Yeah,
you gotta be okay.
You gotta learn to use them. It's just how it is.
As an adult, I use pretty much all of the items that I get in RPGs. Okay, I'm not gonna be the person who gets like game over because I refuse to use an elixir.
Yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to Getting the Car Loser, where the final boss literally like makes your elixirs explode if you have too many.
Wait, what?
Yep. If you hoarded elixirs, the final boss makes them explode in your inventory.
Which boss does that?
The final one.
In which game?
Oh, Getting the Car Loser. There's literally a lore point in the game that talks about, like, man, a hero of legend who, like, faced the final boss never would have guessed.
But which game?
You just straight up. Getting the Car Loser.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like, a catchphrase or a meme or something.
No, that's the name of the game, Getting the Car Loser.
Oh. I'm like, you keep saying Get in the Car Loser, and I'm like, no, that sounds like it's a trope, but yeah. Okay, if that's the name of the... Okay.
Yeah, it's the name of the game.
Fine, whatever. What do the P things do? Because usually those would restore your, like, individual powers for the weapons, right? The P tanks that are laying around.
Oh, right. In the Game Boy Mega Man, those are usually used for like to buy like stuff at the shop.
Okay.
But since there's no shop in this one, those are points. They're point capsules. They're completely useless. Do not pick them up. If you are currently playing in this match, don't listen to me. You shouldn't be listening to me right now. But you know, if you just want to beat the game, just don't pick them up.
Yeah, in general, everybody, it's fine for you to go ahead and have spoilers while we are doing this match because the players are not listening. And if they are, then they are disqualified and should cry right now. You should be crying if you're listening.
I mean, to be fair, you should be crying in general because it's important to cry. Really, like it helps.
Not right now.
Get the
I don't want to cry right now.
Maybe not right. No, you're right. You're right. Not right.
I want to laugh. Laughter is just as important, and enjoying people suffering even better.
Okay, let's walk that back.
This
just a
is
little
Mega
bit.
Man. This is Star Man. They are suffering for our enjoyment. Okay. Well, Dragon didn't quite make that jump, but that's fine.
This shows a little bit of what like a lot of Mega Man fan games tend to be. Regular games too, but fan games I feel more, or slash ROM hacks, where the start is real rough, but eventually once you figure things out and you learn levels and you get like a boss weapon, then okay, you get to be in a good spot. And this one, sadly, the upgrades don't really do all that much. There's one upgrade that's really good, and two that are, I guess, okay. And then the fourth one that I have no clue what it is because that was the one I got after the final boss. I never understood it.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Is this one the sort of okay one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your star shield shoots out faster. That's okay.
It's okay.
Mercury, do you want me to just tell you what the upgrades do?
You know what? We're probably not going to see many or possibly any. So yes, please.
Okay, so so Pluto, yeah, Pluto's update. Pluto is fast, zips around. His crystal upgrade makes your shield shoot faster. Saturn's whole stage is about like messing with your gravity. So his upgrade lets you literally you press select to switch your own personal gravity. That makes you like jump really high. That is straight up broken, super good.
Oh, that's really good. I would be using that like all the time.
Yep, it's really good. It's kind of why I put him second, because the first one lets people just enjoy like how this game works with gravity, and then the second one flips that up, and after that, well, you're the boss of your own gravity. Mercury is like turns into goo, like like liquid metal. Mercury's weapon in Mega Man 5 lets you like steal health from others. And this one basically, if you pop up your shield and don't move, you regenerate health.
Oh, that's really good. Like it might waste a little time, but who cares?
Do you want to know what the regeneration rate is?
Yes, please.
It's about 1 hit point per 10 seconds.
Okay, so not great.
Not great. You have 28 hit points total. It takes a while.
That's almost 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Not great.
It's not great. I actually forget what Jupiter's power. Oh right, I don't know what Jupiter's power gives you because I never found it. I think, but it doesn't matter because Jupiter's at the end, so you're never gonna get to use it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, the Jupiter is the only crystal that is right before a drop, before a checkpoint. One of those things where like, oh, you missed it. Sorry, we just saved. You can't get it now. If only you had seen the future. But
you're like, I don't want to play through the whole game again just to figure out what that is.
Yes, yeah. Sometimes that's valid. That's very valid to not want to play through the whole game again.
Just so you know, everybody, this was actually made. Version 1.0 of the upgraded version came out in 2009. Yeah, and there are some full playthrough videos out there. Apparently there was a little bit of an edit to the version at some point, 1.0.1, which came out also in 2009. But yeah, it apparently... I'm trying to figure out who made this specifically.
Oh, who made the game?
Yeah.
Oh, Blyka, Blyka, a very prolific Mega Man fan game maker, who also made an engine.
Okay.
A bunch of Mega Man fan games uses Blyka's engine for like, and it's actually pretty good. The Megamix engine by a different team is what pretty much everyone uses right now, but Blyka's engine was like the thing way back when.
Yeah, I see that we've got like Super Danny 2, which I'm concerned about that name. Also, Blyka made Green Biker Dude.
Yeah, Green Biker Dude from that one Mega Man X intro.
Oh yeah, he dies so fast.
Instantly. So you get to play a game where like
in the universe where Green Biker Dude doesn't die. Aw. I love that. I love that he actually has a section called The Old and Terrible, and this does not make it into that section.
Oh, no, not quite. Hey. The Whitley is gonna face Pluto. Is Whitley like the second player to have made it to Pluto?
I thought that Mike WWM98 made it there, but I'm not 100% sure.
My mistake. Okay.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. Mike did make it. Okay.
Yeah,
so
honestly, we're almost a half hour into the match, and nobody has beaten Pluto.
Yep, it's, imagine if I'd given out the Game Boy one. No, let's not. Let's just
Let's not. Let's just go ahead and say no.
Let's just not. What if we didn't?
Yeah, this boss, like, considering how slow your weapon is and how little damage it does, I'm just having a hard time imagining how you're supposed to do this reliably.
Yeah, you have to play very defensively because your character can shield at any time.
True.
So it's about, like, making good use of your defenses.
The Whitley using E-tanks, that's probably a good idea here. Good. Honestly, yeah, I feel like a lot of people have been taking damage when Pluto does his dashes, and learning how to avoid the dashes is very important. I think that when he dashes over to you before jumping into the air, you could possibly jump into the air and start shooting one of your star shots out. Oh my gosh, pausing allows you to get out of the stuck animation.
Oh.
That is a strat that I just saw the Whitley use, and that may allow Whitley to beat this boss.
Yeah!
Oh, this is great. I love that.
Whitley has entered first place.
Yeah.
Actually defeated Pluto.
Let me go ahead and refresh all of the streams here so that everybody is as caught up as possible. Whitley getting the upgraded shield.
Yep, look at how much faster that is.
It's a little faster.
Just slightly faster. Ever so slightly faster.
Tiny bit faster.
Yeah, Mike mentions in the runner chat. Oof, the jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of, like, tricky jumps in this game. I feel like one big flaw that comes with a lot of fan games is that it's very easy to either make things too easy or too hard, and people tend to err on the side of too hard.
Yeah, especially when you don't have testers, and with fan games, that happens a lot. Alright. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just taking the big risk. Whitley taking the big face tanking risks. I respect it. Be careful. You have entered the extra big gravity zone. I respect a good face tanking session.
Yeah.
However, it only goes so far. Alright, well. Oh no, one more life. Heck yeah. I thought Whitley could have sworn he was on his last life, but nope. Oh, he picked up another one! Man, okay, extremely lucky drops for Whitley.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a little bit worrying, if they do ran out of lives, the players will have to go back to the beginning of the game. And Whitley, while in the lead, that can be very demoralizing to have to start the game over again. At the same time, you now know how to beat the boss.
Yep, exactly.
You don't lose knowledge when you get a game over. You just lose hope. And that's okay. Hope is replaceable.
I really
especially
appreciate.
in Final Fantasy 13. Oh, is he replaceable?
So we have Starman in the chat. We also have Saturn in the chat. Saturn saying, design recommendations to all Mega Man 10 game makers. Just cut the number of spikes by 80 to 90%, you maniacs.
It's true. You do not need this many spikes.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. There was was it in Project X Zone or something? There's like a big Capcom strategy game where a bunch of characters from different properties show up, and at some point X and Zero show up, and they see just how many spikes are on the stage, and they're like, "Why would you take us here, you monsters? Look at how dangerous this place is."
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's good stuff. Yeah, spikes are bad for robots. You do not want robots to get hit by spikes. Yeah, the Whitley has had to start over, but that is fine. The Whitley is still considered in the lead. If you're new to Kusog7ande, we only care about the high watermark that the players set. You know, the best run that they have is what matters. So the
Yeah.
Whitley is in the lead, and now the question is, can anybody else get to stage 2 and pass where the Whitley made it to? There's time. There's time.
Oh yeah, I think Dragon probably is the one who brought Pluto down to more, because like thankfully we can easily see progress in boss fights because we can see the health bar of the boss, so we can easily compare the two to see like which one who made it furthest.
Yeah, and if they do make it to a boss, it's very easy to tell who has done more damage.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
I consider like getting a boss down health-wise, that is progress. It's always been the case in every other time we've done this, like comparing boss health bar, so it is further in the fight. Oh no, Starman!
Ah! I'm so stressed. Like,
Aww.
the music, it's intense.
It is. Mega Man 5. Mega Man 2 Game Boy probably has my favorite soundtrack in Mega Man. But Mega Man 5 for Game Boy, solid soundtrack. Really good soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Game Boy soundtracks are underrated.
Yeah, Whittle Blue Bowie is saying that Dragon can seem to, like, notice that the boss's pattern is alternating. I'm not sure. You may be correct about that. It's you definitely need to learn how the patterns are working in a game like this, because Mega Man bosses, almost all Mega Man bosses have at least some sort of pattern that you can figure out.
Yep, some of them are reactive to you, like Crash Man and Metal Man read your inputs and use that as like proto RNG to affect how they do.
Yep.
But usually like, just learn the pattern and you can usually manipulate a boss doing something that will let you defeat them.
Yeah, for those, I do see somebody asking, I believe they have recently gotten into the stream to start watching. We do have one person who has beaten the first boss. Unfortunately, they got game over, and this game has no continues. Because, how could you put continues or passwords in a Mega Man game? That just doesn't make any sense.
It's not a Mega Man game, it's Starman's game.
Oh, you're right. It's a Starman game. And you know what? As soon as you kill Starman, you never have to fight him again. So I guess it's true.
You get refights, but technically, I think because Starman doesn't even get like a second chance, I'm guessing this game theorizes that the boss refights are technically different people.
I mean,
they are reconstructed versions of the robots, but they're technically a different being.
Just put the same program in. It's essentially copy-pasting to Soul. It's fine.
It's not, but essentially, yeah. But like the original Soul is still lost. To be clear.
I mean, if you want to be grim about it, sure.
Yeah.
When you what is a Soul except for memory?
Yeah, like if you are copying and pasting a file on your computer, it only recreates a copy of the file. Like even if you cut and paste, it recreates an identical copy at the destination and then deletes the original. So even when you're moving a file around, what you're doing is you're just creating a bunch of copies and deleting originals.
Not necessarily. Actually,
yeah. That's how it works in computers.
That's how it works, yeah.
Yeah. That's why teleporters are scary.
But it's not a soul. No.
No, I mean, yeah, files don't have souls, but I mean,
you can only destroy a soul if it actually exists. If there are no souls, then it is not destroying any soul.
Welcome to Philosophy Corner this Sunday.
Yeah.
This is actually, I love this conversation. I love to have it.
Oh my gosh, people call me Barclay. Oh, he is the worst Star Trek character in the world. Freaking Barclay.
I don't like Barclay. Oh. I do not like. Shout out to Miles O'Brien. Union Man Miles O'Brien. Barclay, I don't know. I could take early with Barclay.
Justin just said shut up when I said that, and then he said end jam. Yeah, okay, I agree with that. No, I'm not talking about the basketball player Barkley. I'm talking about Barkley on Star Trek: The Next Generation. He can just go die. He's useless.
Well, let's not get carried away here.
I'm pretty sure he causes at least 3 catastrophes in the show.
This is Star Trek. Who hasn't at this point? Who it's like this show about here's the thing we need to never ever do, and here are 9 seasons of us constantly doing that thing.
Data does not do that thing, okay? Data is a victim whenever things go wrong. Data is almost
just doing
universally objectively correct.
Data, I have immense respect for Data, who basically has a child, lets them choose their own gender, and when something bad happens to the child, they incorporate everything they've learned to keep them close and remember them. Like, man, shout out to good dad Data.
Yeah,
honestly.
Good dad Data. His child was really creepy, though, I gotta be honest.
It's been a while since I watched that episode. But who isn't when you're just, a few days old?
It's true. Baby, well... Heck, a few years old, you're still creepy.
Exactly. If babies weren't so cute, they'd be way creepier.
Oh my gosh. Not all babies are cute. I gotta be honest here.
That's true.
I've got a story about an ugly baby.
Oh,
okay,
no.
Because Justin and I went with some friends to go to this. We were like, we want to go to a nice restaurant, possibly one of the nicest restaurants that we went to, and we sat down, and then this family came in, and husband, wife, and a newborn baby that they had, and they faced the baby towards us, and I am not sure how, but this is the single ugliest baby I have ever seen in my life, just staring at us, and we couldn't stop laughing. This baby is ugly, and we knew, we didn't want to say anything, because, you cannot tell a family that their baby is ugly because they probably know just how hideous this child is. Eventually, the family turned the baby away from us. And while I was thankful, I also felt terrible, but there was no way we could stop laughing at this child. This ugly abomination.
Tous les goûts sont dans la nature, like we say, but also I figure is any creatures a extremely young stage any indication of later? Usually it's just what do you mean baby's gonna babe?
No,
Eventually
usually
we grow out,
most of the time they're gonna grow up and not be as gangly, weird looking.
Thank you, Historian.
I would say that you can never trust what an adult is going to look like based off of the child form.
No.
But that baby was ugly. What's that?
Whitley just keeps getting incredible drop lot with those lives.
Yeah.
And now is dead because 2 enemies decided to get too close, and Starman cannot do anything when 2 enemies get too close. That's just how it is.
Yeah, true. I think that everybody loves puppies. I really don't care about how puppies look.
I have a deep-seated fear of dogs, especially small dogs. I'm not a big fan of puppies, but I respect them from a distance.
Okay. No, I prefer the adult dogs. They seem a little bit more well-rounded. Puppies, I'm fine with people who think puppies are cute. I just really don't find them that cute.
That's fine. Oh, folks are asking what the power-ups do. Yeah, if you find the power crystal and then beat the boss, you get a mild to okay upgrade. Pluto, the first boss, makes your shield shoot faster. Saturn gives you the power to press select to change your gravity, which is a huge deal. And then, Mercury gives you the world's mildest regeneration when you stand and do nothing with your shield out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Jupiter's powered up. I never went back for it. Maybe at some point I will, but I just did not have the patience for it.
Okay.
This jump, the dragon is everyone keeps in testing. Probably I would have recommended if I had been a tester for this game, or if anyone probably had been a tester, probably would have said, hey, you want to maybe just put 2 bombs over this hit. This is kind of a rude jump to ask people to do
Yeah.
after a low gravity section. And if you miss it, you have to redo like, several screens worth. I think that might just be too rude of a jump.
Yeah,
Also-
but this is a fan game. This was made by
It's a
like
fan game,
one
yeah.
person, you know.
Absolutely. Like,
And
it's-
maybe
it's
they
just-
did
it's-
have some
it's-
friends test, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's the risk you run when you make a game and you go like, well, it's I can do it. It's like, it's hard. It's so hard. Because like, humans, we're kind of bad at adjusting for like bias, even when we know it's there.
Yeah.
It's like statistics. Like humans are human brains are terrible at statistics, despite knowing that we are terrible at statistics. We can't help it. Even when we are trying to adjust to the fact that we are terrible at statistics, we can't be like that much better at it.
Yeah.
It just is. It's sorry.
It's strange, even if you hear a statistic or you even measure a statistic yourself, it's very easy to be like, no, that can't be right. And
Yeah.
I think that there's,
Oh man. Yeah, this is okay. Dragon got stuck into like a terrible situation. The
Rhythm
most
bastard,
basic enemy.
How did you make that most difficult jump without even stopping?
Yeah.
My gosh, Ring
Sometimes
Man.
you just game out of
Oh, JK,
just
not
game
Ring
out of
Man.
your gourd. Oh, Saturn. It's Saturn time.
Oh, he sucks you in. His
Yeah,
ring is a
he's-
vacuum.
However, there's one safe spot under him in the middle. There's a spot in the middle where he shoots. There's one spot slightly, if your head is slightly to the left of the exact middle of the room, you can see like just above your head there's like a brick. If you stand there, Saturn cannot hit you when he's in the middle. So there's
Yeah.
a safe spot. You can find it.
So for those who didn't know, Whitley is on to the second boss in this Mega Man game. We're having them do Pluto, then Saturn, then Mercury, then Jupiter. That's the order that they get. There is a lot of flashing in here. If you haven't been looking and you are sensitive to flashing, be aware that this boss has a lot of it. Only having one boss doing the flashing is still pretty bright for me. So let's...
Yeah.
So yeah, be aware that this will be happening whenever anybody is on Saturn. And if multiple people are on Saturn, it's going to be worse.
Yeah, apologies.
That's okay. Simply put, when we're dealing with older games or fan games, there will often be things that are a little bit more intense than expected. And I'm sort of... I actually really like a lot of games that have trippy colors that make people worry, because I'm just that kind of person who, I don't know. I was the kid who would turn on the static on the TV and put his face up against the...
Oh,
What? It was fun.
that was so close.
No, Whitley!
Sorry. Whitley got Saturn down to two health points. That is the furthest I've seen anyone get it.
Dr.
man.
Wily keeps making fun of his own creation. How would you like to be the guy who makes a robot and then mocks him?
Yeah, it's Wily. It's Wily.
Then again, it's a robot.
Yeah,
Why does Starman have feelings? Wily didn't program feelings into Starman.
No, he probably did. Probably
just so that he could make fun
I
of...
just gave him feelings as a joke.
My name's Dr. Wily.
No, that's Dr. Light who pronounces it Wily.
I don't care. It's going to be Dr. Wily as well. Boy, did that say Dr. Wily.
Oh yeah, folks are actually in chat. Yeah. If you're new to this match, hello. We have an enforced boss order to make it easy to track. Otherwise, it would be very, very difficult to tell.
Yeah, let me go ahead and pull
also,
that up for y'all. That's not the right picture. It was a different Starman picture.
Also, this way people can get to know
This
the
one.
stage and get better at it.
They are starting with Pluto on the bottom right, and then Saturn on the bottom left, Mercury at the top left, and Jupiter at the top right. That is the order that the players are going in.
Sorry, I just appreciate that Whitley got into the top 10 with a score of 3.
His score of 3?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Good job, you got a score of 3. Whitley's like, I need more points. Going out of his way specifically to get those 2 points that are meaningless. But with that said, there's sometimes are benefits to getting score in games that you wouldn't expect. I highly doubt that anything was put into this fan game for points other than there's a high score table.
Yep, it's literally just high score table. Players did not ask if score did anything. I did not mention anything to do with score, but it just said, nope, just how further you get.
Yeah, in general, I would say that if it's a fan game that was made about Mega Man, the score doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, like Whitley constantly going back to pick up those point capsules probably does not realize that all they do is give you score. Mega Man, I don't think Mega Man ever had Coyote time, but Mega Man always was really generous with just how far you could go out on the ledge.
Yeah,
and still jump.
This game is a little bit more brutal. I'd say modern games have gotten a lot better with that as well. You know, like Celeste, even after you walk off the ledge, you have a little extra time that you can jump, you know, a few frames, just to make it feel a little bit better.
That's Coyote time. That's been in video games for a while. It is you can tell some things are good platformer when they use make judicious use of Coyote time, because it helps people give them grease the wheel a little bit, let them make that jump when they're just walking off the platform.
Make them feel like they're good. Occasionally cheating good in the player's favor is fine.
Especially in single player games. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Which is why I think this game it's really technically competent, but it's it only gives you what Starman has, but it does make it so that Starman gets hit on contact with enemies, though, which is not a thing that Starman normally has. I mean, we don't know. Starman never actually interacts with any other robot, but the fact that Starman is the one to take damage on contact is a little bit rude.
So sad. He doesn't have robot friends. He's just all by his Starman self.
Just forced to hang out with his dad, who laughs at him. I feel bad.
I don't know if Dr. Wowie is his dad. I feel like that's...
I mean, he kind of constructed... I mean, it depends. Okay, it depends on
definition.
We've talked about the main timeline divergence of Mega Man here before, right?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah. The main, because there's a bunch of different Mega Man games, and Mega Man ZX and Mega Man Legends are in different timelines entirely.
Okay.
No! Yeah, and oh hey, Whitley once again makes it past Pluto. But yeah, so the timeline diverges depending on whether or not Dr. Light had children. If Dr. Light doesn't have children, he creates robot surrogate children, and that leads to the far-flung future where you can download a ghost into your body. And however,
would you download a ghost?
Yeah, and if Dr. Light did have children, got married, had children, that leads to the future where Tamagotchis become sentient.
Tamagotchis become sentient?
Yep.
Okay, I like this timeline. Okay,
yeah.
I'm let's do it.
You would download a ghost?
I would download a ghost. I've downloaded Bubble Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Bubble Ghost is good. Shout out to Bubble Ghost.
Shout outs to Bubble Ghost. Which Bubble Ghost are you talking about?
The one who's blowing that bubble in that old mansion.
Yeah, the Bubble Ghost music on Game Boy, fantastic. The original Bubble Ghost looks a little questionable, but he's a good boy. I like him. Although I guess he's haunting his own mansion. I mean, whose mansion are you gonna haunt? You don't just go find some other mansion. You gotta haunt your own.
Yeah, it's... good old spike drop. If only you'd seen the future. If only you'd seen the future, you'd be further now. Love a game that punishes you for lack of precognition. You really can't hurry with any boss fight. You have to be like so reactive.
I mean, yeah. The bad thing, Mike, on the bottom left, he keeps getting to that one jump that has been causing everybody troubles, and then has died over and over and over to it again. Like, that's the frustrating thing, knowing that you've done something before and that it's doable, but that it just keeps being a wall to you again and again and again. Mike also really making liberal use of these energy tanks, even using them in the middle of the stage. I'm not sure how I feel about that, considering that you keep dying on this next screen here with the jump, you know.
I love that the shield doesn't protect you from enemies. It doesn't even do the thing Mega Man uses it for. Like, nope, if an enemy collides with your shield, then maybe you shouldn't have had the shield out then.
I mean, look, if Starman has the shield out and Mega Man walks into it, you take damage. That's how it works. It should hurt enemies. I'm sorry, but the person who made this, you're incorrect. You're objectively wrong.
Yeah, I think the main worry was that if... man, that jump, though! The main worry was that, like, people would just walk up to enemies and spam the shield to, like, hurt enemies, because you can just, like, you know, do it as much as you want. So, but I think there probably would have been a different solution that would have made it so that you were not just completely boned if an enemy decided to walk up to you.
Yeah.
So, do you remember who got further? I'm pretty sure Rhythm Bastard is still in third, right?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Dragon made it to Pluto first, absolutely, but I'm not sure if Rhythm Bastard made it to got Pluto down.
With that said, yeah, who has dealt more damage to Pluto in the Pluto fight?
I was tracking Whitley, but Whitley defeated Pluto, or defeated Saturn, or like got close to Saturn.
Yeah, Whitley. Whitley has done a lot of damage to Saturn, almost killed him. Okay, I think Whitley is just trying to grind out some health or some items from this enemy here. I think it's a decent idea.
Mike in chat saying, an impossible game for aliens.
It's true. Literally impossible.
See, yeah, I think Dragon is using E-Tanks too quickly, and so that's fair. If you want to, like, if you think you got a shot and you want to keep your lives for the next stage, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, nobody's beating Whitley at this point. Whitley is definitely going to take the victory. Dragon's actually dealing a lot of damage, but unfortunately just got destroyed right there. I still think that might be a second place, though. Like, Dragon has done a lot of damage to the boss here.
Yep, it's like for sure that Whitley's in first place, so I'll just go back to the, we can just go back to, like, through the VOD and figure out, like, between Rhythm Bastard and Dragon, which one got Pluto down the most. And if they're tied, then it's going to be Dragon who got there first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So unless,
unless Rhythm Bastard dealt more damage first. Like, it really depends on what their best attempt was. Considering that they're only using a single weapon, it will deal the same damage every single time you hit. As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, you want to know how much damage your weapon does against Jupiter, the fourth boss?
How much?
1.
Why?
You have to hit him 28 times, and do you know how much damage Jupiter does to you with his attack?
How much?
12.
Why?
Why anything? It's hard. Game hard.
Well, there we go. Dragon, I believe, is pretty much done with this game. I'm gonna jump back into the stage, though. I think that's fine. It looks like the Whitley has accidentally glitched the game twice from what
Wow.
he is saying in Discord, where you just run and you can't stop running and you're dead.
Oh, that's probably if you accidentally like click away from the game while an input is happening. Though it's Game Maker, anything's possible.
Yeah,
seeing as
welcome
how
everybody.
Whitley
Game
is in-
Maker, both fantastic as well as oof.
Yeah. If it comes to it, we could give Whitley
Rhythm
like 5 more
Bastard,
minutes,
by
as
the way.
usual, but I don't think it's
No, it's not going to be needed.
Okay.
Like,
All
no,
right.
look, the Whitley is very clearly in first place. If anybody
yeah.
needed additional time, it would be somebody else. Like, the Whitley is, wins.
Oh no, sorry. I was reading. It's because of the layout. Sorry, I've been wanting Mike. Mike is the one who asked. Oh no, wait, no, it is Whitley. Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, never mind. I understand it. I got so confused.
You silly. You're silly, Xandra.
Oh man, I'm so. Why does everyone have names that kind of look similar?
Whatever.
It's not anyone's fault.
It's late in Kusog7ande. Everybody is sleepy today. It's Sleepy
I've
Sunday.
overlapped my windows in a weird way.
It's all good. Well, we are into the final minute here, and look at
Final
Rhythm
minute.
Bastard. I think that might actually be more damage than Dragon, which, honestly, you know, it does matter. Somebody is getting eliminated because of this match. One person will be out of the tournament, so whoever did more damage to Pluto, it definitely matters. The Whitley is the only one to beat Pluto and will be taking the victory here. So, yeah, we're definitely going to be doing a VOD review to make sure we know who is in second, third, and fourth.
Yep, I'll go and like comb over the little bubbles. No, they're not bubbles. They're like bars, I guess. Bars.
Bubbles.
You're gonna hit the time. You're gonna hit the minute time. You're gonna hit it at 0,
Let's
0.
see. Oh my gosh! Don't stress me out, Xandra. Stressing me out so I don't get anywhere. No, it's okay. That's life. Everybody, that has been the match. That is time. Starman upgraded. The Whitley taking a very clear victory. All of the other players made it to Pluto, but who did the most damage out of those three and who did the least? I am not sure. Let me go ahead and welcome Whitley to voice. Yeah, how do you feel that the players did?
Super well. I'm really this game is hard. Game hard. Like the fact that we saw the second stage is pretty good. And I'm glad I gave the upgraded version. Holy crap. Yeah, this is whew. Starman is there's a reason Starman loses at the start of Mega Man 5 every single time. Starman's loadout isn't great.
Poor Starman.
He has a rough go, man.
What a good boy though. I like Starman. The Whitley, you definitely took the victory. You're the only one who beat Pluto. And you almost beat Saturn.
Did you see what happened? My controller, I think it was the keyboard and controller, just whatever, but when you hit too many buttons together, it just stops taking input and runs off forever.
Yeah. 3 out of 4 of the players were stuck on the first boss. And yeah, we definitely are going to be reviewing to see who took second, third, and fourth. Xandra had a theory that you might have clicked outside of the game or done something that locked in an input. It is Game Maker. It's not exactly the most sophisticated program out there. So something you did caused a problem.
Sure.
But
it could have also been a background process that stole focus away from Game Maker for a second enough to cause
that
it
is
to okay, you're going red, you're going to live forever.
Yeah, that is absolutely believable on my computer, where it's just nah. Just mid-range.
But with that said, despite those frustrations, you still took the victory. And, it was a very impressive watch there, the Whitley. I think that the E-Tank planning that you had going into the first boss is what really solidified that victory there.
Yeah, I think until I learned better how to fight the pattern, which you saw probably the second time I beat him, it basically I'm gonna face tank this and I know I'm gonna take hits. So I just sacrificed a few lives, and then went, oh, if I can make it to the boss with like 3 or so E-tanks, I got a good chance.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was thinking, going into the second boss, it's a little bit similar as well, that you want, I thought, you want to have enough lives that you can spend a couple watching the boss and learning the pattern, and then hopefully when you go with your actual effort, you have all of the E-tanks that you can have, and just grind out with what you have learned until you can beat that boss, and then sort of rinse and repeat, gain extra lives, gain E-tanks, go to the third boss, do the same thing. It's definitely a little slow, but there's no timer in the game, and going slow is actually going fast in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if you have any experience, but what's the deal with like the chances of enemies dropping like lives or even large energy? Because I tried to farm at the end there, where I'm like, maybe I can get a life back and then make it through to the boss.
I saw you farming, but I don't know what the rate is.
Yeah, it's the rate is random. It's low. You were probably the player who got the most life drops from what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
And every time
They're
I
rare.
saw one, I was just like, oh, thank God. Like,
Yeah, to be honest, you did fine. Like, you really put in a good amount of effort there. And considering that you took the victory, taking your time, especially on the first level, to make sure that you could beat the boss, very wise idea. I'm glad that you tried that for the second level, because that would have been the way that I would approach it as well. It's just, when you're dealing with random stuff, you just don't know what's going to happen.
yeah.
But yeah, what did you think about this it wasn't a ROM hack, this fan game overall?
I feel like it's definitely like, big janky on the jump inputs and stuff. I think that's just Game Maker being, what it is. But I enjoyed the Mega Man aspect of it. It was definitely a bit trolly with like, oh, drop down this pit. Oh, there's spikes.
Oh, yeah.
You could
Lord,
definitely
there's
tell
spikes.
it was very rough. I do wish there wasn't like a hard game over on like Death. Like, I wish it was more like Mega Man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole point of this game. Starman doesn't want to be like Mega Man. Starman wants to defeat Mega Man, and unfortunately, Starman doesn't get continues.
To defeat Mega Man, he must become better than Mega Man.
Yeah.
Well, too bad, Starman.
It wasn't happening today.
Not gonna happen today, no. Well,
You
cool.
did really well, though.
I'm really happy with how you did. Yeah, that was a fun watch. I have to ask, are you streaming anything else over on your channel these days? Do you have projects that you do streaming-wise?
Nothing too specific, but I've been joining in Pi's Discord Wars. And that's been a lot of fun. Today's the last day, so there's going to be some more Fall Guys for me for sure, because I got a couple games to finish off on that.
Okay.
Might help with some other stuff. And then we've been doing, I think, Games Giving on Mystery over there. And so there's still some games happening. Not a lot of streaming from everyone, but individual players will be streaming, so keep an eye out. You might see someone there. And we're getting close to the top 8, which will probably be like everyone blitzing to get them done all of a sudden.
That's really fun. Okay. So, yeah, that's over on Mystery Tournament, right? Mystery Funhouse.
Yeah, when they're streaming, restreaming, it'll be a Mystery Funhouse. I think a lot of people stream under that category on Twitch, so you might just check them in there. I know they've got a lot of stuff going on. They got, Friday Night Mysteries. They got a RPG book club, which is, they play through an RPG and have, talks about it. They're voting on the next month's one, I think, soon, so should be exciting. They've been doing Dragon Quest.
Yeah, we love all of the Mystery Funhouse people. Dragon Quest games. I've only played some of the more modern ones. I should play the old school ones sometime, like the original.
They're fun, but they're a slog. Like, I wouldn't blame anyone for
NES RPG.
playing
That's
with...
how it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame anyone for playing with like a turbo on. Just be like, yeah, I'm gonna grind a little bit and just go. But Yeah, I mean, that's yeah. If you grew up with old school stuff, you'll know exactly what it's like.
Yeah, I would be fine with that. Well, sweet. Everybody, those are a couple suggestions for you. Pi's Discord doing various games over there. Mystery Tournament, having the RPG book club, as well as it looks like Mystery Tournament registration is probably coming up over the next month or two. So,
Who knows?
yeah,
They
keep
got
your eyes
lots.
open. What's that?
They got lots going on everywhere. It's great today.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Whitley and Sandra. Thank you for giving out this game. I'll see both of you later. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Well, everybody.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah. We'll
was
go ahead
fun.
and let you go. Take care.
All right, take care, you too.
Bye. Everybody, we've got one more game coming up, but I need to run to the restroom, so in 1 minute, we will be back. See you after this ad for those who get ads.